Safety has a price now. That is the first thing the guard tells you through the chain link gate. Floodlights burn behind him like a promise you cannot touch. Food, walls, clean water, a bed. The safe zone is right there in front of you, close enough to hurt. But you cannot get in, not without the cash. You stand there, exhausted. Your legs feel weak. Blood has dried across your sleeve. Beyond the fence, people are alive. Behind you, the world is dying. Time is running out. The outside keeps getting worse. And the only way to get the money is to go back. Back into the infected part of the city. Back into the streets you barely escaped. Back to the office where your old boss hid emergency cash before everything collapsed. You remember the way he said it. When the world goes bad, paper still talks. Now that sentence is the only reason you still have a chance. This is a survival gamble. The safe zone means more than walls. It means food, light, order, a chance to sleep. Without it, your chances of lasting much longer are almost gone. You do not want to go back into the city. That place was where normal life died, where streets turned into graveyards, where people stopped being people. Going back means walking into fear, into memory, into the broken shell of your old life. But the cash is hope. Ugly hope, dangerous hope. So before dawn fully breaks, you turn away from the gates and head back toward the city. It is quieter than you remember. That is what makes it worse. Abandoned cars sit where people gave up trying. Storefront windows are broken. Their insides are dark and hollow. Papers roll across empty intersections in the wind. Somewhere far away, metal bangs once, then goes silent. There is movement sometimes, never where you want it, always at the edge of your vision. The city is not in panic anymore. It's in aftermath. The infected are still here, but the world has grown still around them. That silence makes every step feel wrong, like you are trespassing in a place that belongs to death now. You stay off the open roads. Side streets are better. Alleys, service lanes. You move quietly. Once, you press yourself into a narrow gap between two buildings while a small cluster shambles past close enough that you smell rot under the cold air. Nothing happens. That's the problem. The silence never breaks all the way, so your mind keeps filling it with what might. Every block behind you cuts off retreat. Every familiar building looks less familiar now. By the time you reach the office tower, you stop across the street and stare at it like a grave. This used to mean routine, coffee, emails, meetings. Now the glass doors are cracked. The lights inside are dead except for a weak flicker deeper in the building. The lobby looks hollow, like the place was abandoned in the middle of a sentence. You slip inside. Broken glass crunches under your boots. An emergency desk sits empty beneath dead monitors. Papers are scattered across the marble floor. One overturned chair lies near the security gate. Emergency power flickers weakly above you. This is your dangerous place, a tomb wearing the shape of your old life. You take the stairs. Elevators are suicide now. By the time you reach your old floor, sweat is cold on your back. The office is dim, half lit by failing emergency strips. Desks sit exactly where people left them. Mugs, keyboards, family photos, half-finished work frozen in place. The cash is not waiting for you. You head for your boss's office. The door is locked. You shoulder it once, twice. On the third hit, It gives with a crack that sounds far too loud. You freeze and listen. Nothing. Then you search. Drawers, cabinets, wall panels, behind books, under the desk. Your boss loved hiding things behind layers of security. A coded drawer, a locked cabinet, a safe behind a framed certificate. Every second feels like an hour. You came this far, and still the money is not in your hands. Your frustration rises with your pulse. But knowing doesn't help when your fingers shake, when every metallic click sounds like an alarm, when every second spent searching feels like a second inviting the dead inside. Then something changes. A noise downstairs, glass breaking. You stop moving. A second later comes another sound. Footsteps, slow at first, then more. Something brushes against the desk in the hallway and knocks it over. The office is no longer just empty. It's becoming unsafe. Pressure hits all at once. Your search turns frantic. You pull down the framed certificate and find the recessed safe behind it. For one impossible second, your mind blanks. Then you remember the code, because you used to hear and punch it in while pretending nobody noticed. You enter it with trembling fingers. The lock clicks. Inside is a black bag. You grab it. Unzip it just enough to see stacks of cash. For one brief second, relief hits hard. Disbelief, hope, urgency. You found it, but the victory lasts less than a breath. Because now the money is in your hands. Now the escape becomes real. A shape lurches past the frosted glass outside the office. Another slams against the wall near the door. You grab the bag and run. The hallway is worse than before. One end is blocked by fallen furniture and shadows moving between cubicles. You go the other way, cutting through the open office, vaulting toppled chairs, breathing too hard, making more noise than you can control. Something crashes behind you. Then comes the sound you were trying not to hear. More of them. You hit the stairwell instead of the elevators and start down fast. Your legs shake. Your breath burns. On the next landing, an infected bursts through the door below and forces you backward. You swing the bag without thinking. It smashes across the side of its head. Then you shove past while it crashes into the railing. You keep moving. The building feels like it is closing around you. By the time you reach the lobby, you're half falling into motion, lungs on fire, hands slick around the bag strap. Outside doesn't feel safer. You still have to get back through the city with the cash, and exhaustion changes everything. Your movement is slower now. Your hands shake harder. Every sound seems sharper. Every corner feels more dangerous because now you have something to lose. The money should make you feel closer to safety. Instead, it makes you desperate. A small group notices you near an intersection. Suddenly, you're forced off your route, squeezing through a gap between a delivery truck and collapsed fencing. You climb over debris, cut through a service alley, nearly fall twice. The bag keeps slamming against your side. Then it happens. Quick, chaotic, easy to miss. A shape lunges from behind a wrecked car. You twist away. It doesn't bite you, but dirty nails rake across your hands before you wrench free and shove it back. Pain flares, sharp, brief. You do not stop. Stopping means death, so you run, heart pounding, barely registering the sting before survival pushes it aside. Only later, when the safe zone walls finally rise ahead of you again, does the world begin to slow. Guard towers, floodlights, voices, order. For the first time since the mission began, hope feels real. You made it back. You have the cash. You're almost safe. The guards shout for you to stop at the gate. One steps forward. Another reaches for the bag, and as your breathing starts to settle, your eyes drop to your hand. There it is, a scratch, small, fresh, real. For a moment, everything else disappears. The money, the walls, the voices, the safe zone right in front of you. All of it shrinks beneath that thin red mark across your skin. The mission succeeded, maybe too late, because the money may get you inside, but now something else may already be coming with you. Would you still try to enter the safe zone if you found that scratch? Would you tell them the truth or hide it just to survive?